Oh my god. See here. The roots. Beautiful, beautiful roots. Oh, be careful. Look at the roots. This is one fig tree stem cutting. Beautiful roots. And this is another fig tree stem cutting. Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today is December 2nd, 2020. In today's episode, I'm going to share my fig tree stem cutting results with you. Stay tuned. Before we get started, I'd like to introduce my fig tree stem cutting setup. Actually, in my previous video, I already introduced this setup. But in this episode, I'd like to introduce this setup again because this setup is very smart. It really works. I'm very satisfied with this setup. So let me give you a little bit more details how I made this setup. As you can see here, at the bottom, there's two cups. Actually, that cup looks like this one. It's transparent plastic cup. I got this cup at local 99 cents only store. Actually, you just spend $2 or $3. You can buy like a kind of 15 to 20 cups with caps. Just look like this. So at the bottom cup, I didn't do anything. I just put a little bit of water at the bottom. The top cup, I punched several holes and set that cup under the bottom cup. But the water never go above the top cup. Then inside, I put a regular transparent cup, and you can fill it with potting soil, whatever, any medias. Then you can stick your stems into the media. On the top, you just set a soda or Coca-Cola 2-liter bottle. At the bottom, I cut it so the size just matched the cup I introduced at the bottom. So on the top, I removed the cap. I never put the cap on it. So let me explain how this setup works. As you can see, at the bottom cup, there's some water. So the water is going to evaporate and it's going to build up humidity inside, keep inside moist. As you can see here, all the way to the top, you can see a lot of moisture inside. So, you know, when you set up the stem cuttings, so the moisture inside is very important, especially for some roots. The inside cup filled with potting soil just sit on the top of the cup. And it is not soaked into the water. So any roots developed from cuttings, it's not going to rot. So this setup can build up very good humidity for the stem cuttings. Actually, I set up these experiments in the fall or early winter. I do not have to refill the water. It can continually keep inside moist. But in the summer, probably you have to check out the water. Don't let it dry out. Otherwise, it is not good for the stem cuttings. As I mentioned, I never recap 2-liter soda bottle. So just leave it open, so it can provide very good air circulation inside. I put this setup on the windowsill just next to the windows which face north. So early in the morning, it can receive indirect sunlight. Then let's talk about my fig tree stem cuttings. On October 10th, 2020, when I potted up 1 fig tree stems, I air-layered from 1 fig tree which produced purple figures. I cut off 2 stems which has no leaf buds. I just randomly stick 2 stems into the regular potting soil and set up this experiment. The fig tree stems in this setup develop roots very fast. Within 1 week, you can see the roots development. Actually, in recent video I once posted on the YouTube channel, I once introduced these experiments. You can check out the link above for more details. So let's take a look at 2 fig tree stem cuttings. As you can see here, inside there's a lot of new leaf growth. Actually, both stems develop new leaves. You can see here, one developed from this stem, and here there's some new leaves right here and right here. So all this new leaf developed from leaf buds, and all these leaf buds is around the leaf load. You can see here, it's nice. And on the top of the potting soil, you can see a lot of white roots developed. You can see here, a lot of. Some just exposed in the air. It is pretty fresh because inside there is a lot of humidity inside. Keep inside moist, so it is very important. Actually, in my last video when I introduced this experiment, I removed the top 2 little bottle and exposed all the stem cuttings into the air for a long time. Later, some roots already turned brown and died. As you can see here, did you see here? This like dark colored, brown and dark colored. That's the roots. They developed in the air. When I introduced that roots, later it became brown color and died. So this time I don't want to remove the bottle. So, but you can still see a lot of roots on the top of the soil or exposed in the air. Actually, inside the potting soil, 2 fig tree stem cuttings also developed a lot of roots. Let's take a close look at. Did you see a lot of roots right here? The white color. A lot of roots. See here, the white color. So maybe I can just temporarily remove this bottle. You can see more clearly. The roots right here. A lot of. They are very healthy. So today I'm going to transplant these 2 fig tree stem cuttings into 2 separate, relatively big containers. Actually, I'm not sure whether I can nicely separate the roots from 2 stem cuttings. Kind of all the roots tangled together in these plastic bottles. So if you like this video, I introduced our fig tree stem cutting results or this setup, please give a thumb up. If you have not subscribed to our channel, please kindly subscribe to our channel. The fig tree stem cuttings we talk about today come from this fig tree. Actually, I got this fig tree from a big fig tree which grow in the ground, which produce purple figures. Actually, you check right here, the label. On October 10th, I potted up in this container. At that time, I cannot find any new leaves. Right now, you can see here a lot of new leaf growing, and here you can see the new leaf buds. So they are pretty healthy. Okay guys, I already prepared 2 small containers, and also I have prepared some like a regular potting soil. So I'm going to transplant 2 fig tree stem cuttings into 2 small containers. So I'm going to remove this top bottle and take this container. See the roots, a lot of. So I can feel pretty moisture. You see here, even on the outside of this container, kind of a little bit hard. Squeeze a little bit to see whether I really don't want. Oh my God. See here. The roots. Beautiful. Beautiful roots. I'm not sure all these roots are from which stem cutting. But anyway, I want to separate them. It's hard. See, you see the roots? Pretty shallow. Oh, be careful. Look at the roots. This is one fig tree stem cutting. Beautiful roots. And this is another fig tree stem cutting. So beautiful. So I'm going to there's one leaf drop right here. It's beautiful. Oh, unfortunately, see some leaves dropped. Oh. So here, nice. I have broke some roots right here, you see, unfortunately. There's a leaf bud right here. Fortunately, this big leaf is still alive.